n8n has just released a brand new feature that makes it even easier to build AI agents. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can build agents even faster and walking you through step by step exactly how this feature works and how you can use it yourself. So the first thing you do once you log into n8n and you go into your workflow is adding your first step. So we're of course going to be searching up AI agents, because that's what this video is all about. So you'll see that we're of course attached to the chat message. Everything's looking the same per usual. So we're going to connect our chat model. So I'm going to select my red account. We can just leave a for all mini. It's not too big of a deal. The next thing we're going to be focusing on is the tool. So this is where we're going to notice the differences. So in this use case, we're going to be using Gmail first off. So everything looks the same as it should. So what we have though is these buttons in the right-hand side. So these are going to let the model define the parameters. So previously, what we would have to do is enter some sort of JSON. And what that would look like is if we enter $ from AI, we would typically have to type in our parameter. So if we're wanting to send this email to, let's say, Nick Peruski, myself, we would say in the chat message, hey, I want you to send an email to Nick Peruski. Here's the message. Here's the subject, whatever. Here's the email. So it would just, recognize everything from that agent, but you're going to have to type all this JSON text yourself, which is going to be pretty annoying. So this is so much more beginner friendly. All you have to do now is just press this little button and it's just automatically going to define everything yourself. So you don't have to type in what you would normally have to do. So again, what that would be is typing in from AI, and you would just put in your parameters. So you could put subject, line, close that off. This is what it would normally look like. And you would have to do the same thing for message. Whereas now, all you have to do is just press this little button right here, and it's automatically going to be defined. We're going to do the same thing for message. And you can see down here that there's also descriptions. So these descriptions are just static little notes that you can add into your messages. So if we add, first off, we'll append the n8n attribution. This is just going to make sure that you don't, I'll show you in a second what that actually does. So I'll keep it on for the time being. Now, if we wanted to add a description, we could say, I need you to always write off in the email signature best Nick. So this is just going to always include a signature. Now in the to line, so if we're sending this to a specific person, we could add in the descriptions to, always CC a particular email, something like that. Or in the subject line, always adding another piece or another segment to it. So there's not really a whole lot of use cases that you could apply to the subject line or the to, but you get the idea. So let's just go ahead and actually test this out. So I'm going to go into the chat and I'm going to say, I need you to send an email to Nick at reprisesai.com and ask for availability to meet. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and send that off. It's going to take a second. And as you can see, it just finished successfully. So we're going to go into my mailbox and we can see we now have an email called meeting availability. So for some reason, it's saying this message seems dangerous, even though it's coming from me. Perhaps it's because we sent this down here below. So what it says is this email is sent automatically with n8n, and how you can actually turn that off. If we go back into our workflow, this little piece that I was showing you. So if you go to add option, it's going to be one of those particular options right there. All you have to do is just flick that off, and from now on, it won't be showing this. But anyways, it's saying, hi, Nick, I hope this message finds you well. I would like to know your availability. Best, Nick. So it's including that description that we asked, that email signature. But we could take this even a step further. So if we wanted to add contacts and if we wanted to even schedule meetings. So I just wanted to show you some more use cases. So let's get into that. So if we wanted to get contacts, so for instance, let's say we're writing a message to our agent and we say, I need you to send a message to Nick. And we don't want to have to provide its email because what if we don't know it? So in this example, we should have some sort of database that has these emails, and we can even have phone numbers, notes, other sorts of statuses, whatever it may be. So we're just going to keep it relatively foundational. So we're going to have the agent automatically go into Airtable, find that contact, and actually input it into Google Calendar, create an event with them, and send off an email to them. So let me show you what I really mean by this. So first off, I'm just going to close this out. I'm first going to add a tool. So I'm going to do Airtable. I'll make sure we're connected to the right account, which I believe it's this credential. So the operation, we're just going to do a search. So for the base, you'll of course just enter everything manually. So I think this was called untitled. So we're just going to search that. Let's see. Okay, there it is. And we're just going to choose the table, and everything else can be left alone. So we have Airtable, and now let's add Google Calendar. So Google Calendar is where we're also going to be utilizing this new button. So first off, let's just choose our calendar. So we're going to use my old email and create an event. So prior, you can see we'll have to, prior you would have just had to enter some sort of JSON. So now what you can do is just type in the start date and the end date as well, and have this be defined by the AI agent. So it's pretty awesome that these models are becoming smarter and smarter and more user-friendly. Also, one last thing is we have to add additional fields. So we actually want to mention who we're going to be attaching to these calendars or these events. So we could do summary. I believe that's the title. I could be wrong. It might be description, which I don't understand why it would be description, but anyways, so attendees. So we're going to include that. Let's see if there's any other options that we should be adding. I think this should be fine for now. Perhaps we could add description, but I really don't think it's going to matter. Okay, so let's leave that as is. Now, the last thing we have to do before actually testing this out is we have to provide some context to the agent and give it some directions. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paste something that I already wrote earlier. So I'll explain this in a second. What we're saying is you are a helpful assistant. So we're keeping that part the exact same. What we also mentioned is before calling and creating events and emails, you must get information of context from the Airtable tool. Lastly, we're just giving it the current date. So we say, here's the current date. We're providing the JSON expression for that. So how you do that is you put in double curly brackets, you put in money sign, and just type now. Simple as that. So once we get that, why we have to actually do that is if we're saying, hey, I need you to book a meeting with Nick for next Thursday, it will have to see like what next Thursday, what that date actually is, because the system before we provided the current date, it could maybe be recognizing that the current date is 2023. Whatever it generates, it's going to be completely random. It's not going to be accurate. So that's why we have to provide the now. But anyways, let's just go ahead and type something out. So we'll say, I need you to create a meeting about AI automation with Nick P and LeBron for next Thursday at 7 p.m. EST, and it should only be 1 hour long. I then need you to send emails to both of them asking for confirmation if they'll make it. We're going to send that off. You'll see that in a second. Airtable is going to be the first node to search because one, it has to get these contacts from this table and understand what the actual email addresses are. Then it's going to go to Google Calendar, create that one meeting, and then it's going to send off two different emails, one to LeBron, which is just the same as my other email, and then one's to Nick, being the same email that LeBron was getting sent to. So if we go into our Google Calendar, we can see 7 p.m. next week, AI automation meeting, LeBron is attached and Nick is attached. We could also see that if I open up my email, we have AI automation meeting confirmation. It says, hi Nick, I've scheduled an AI automation meeting for next Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be 1 hour long. Please let me know if you can make it. Best, Nick. So yeah, that's essentially it for what we're building out and the extent of this tool. It's not too complex. So if you would like to add different tools, if you're using, I don't know, maybe Affinity, all you have to do instead of inputting the expressions like from AI and then inserting all that, all you have to do is just press these buttons. So it's super useful. It's just going to allow us to actually build these agents even quicker. And, it's pretty shocking to see us even build agents even faster than we already were because it was already pretty simple. But yeah, with that being said, I really appreciate you guys sticking with me this far. So please like and subscribe. And if you're interested in other similar content, then check out my past videos going over all a bunch of stuff covering n8n, AI agents in general. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.